Hey, good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Tuesday. I know it is a weird, wild, and crazy time right now. And I keep thinking to myself, how can I help? How can I serve? What can I offer? What can I do? How can I help us all navigate this weird, unusual time in our life? Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And as I've been thinking about that, I keep coming back to the importance of routine. Now, in our house right now, we have two JVs home. One JV stayed in DC, Jenna stayed in DC. Probably safer for her to stay there while everything is closing than driving across country. But two JVs were in college in New York City, the epicenter of all of this, and have come home. So we've got more JVs in the house right now. My husband is now home, working from home. So there's a lot of juggling that is happening in the house, juggling of space. And especially interesting, number one, when they're grown-up children coming back and they're used to being on their own. And number two, when my husband and I are used to having, more space or kind of being on our own schedule, especially me when I've just kind of been in the house by myself. I can work out whenever I want. I can, make my lunch and whatever, it doesn't matter. I've kind of been on my own schedule, and that's not the case right now. And so here we are, four grown-ups in this house, in this space, pretty, much quarantined for the next foreseeable future. And I kept thinking, how can we navigate this when it feels like so much is out of our control and it feels like everything is changing? Yeah, because, yesterday my husband went into the office. No kids are on campus, no nothing. He's just in his office by himself. But then last night he gets the message, everyone needs to stay home. So day by day, everything keeps changing. And just a couple days ago, we got word that Marymount, where Jesse goes, is now going to be closed for the rest of the semester. We're still waiting on Josie to hear from Pace. And so how do we navigate this? How do we find calm in chaos? And I keep coming back to this idea of routines and this phrase that for whatever reason is stuck in my head called base camp habits, and the importance of routines, and how when everything else is feeling so chaotic and out of our control and changing day by day, what can we do to not just feel calm for ourselves? Because, and I'm talking to you moms, you're the North Star for your family, and your demeanor, your mindset, how you navigate through this weird, crazy situation will really determine a lot of how your family navigates through this. And if you're not taking care of you, who's going to take care of you? You got to take care of you. You got to be the role model for you and your family. And that's going to help everybody navigate through this. And how do we do that? I think it comes back to the power of routine. I think it comes back especially to the power of morning routine, but let's just talk about routine first. And so I wrote down some ideas of routine when I was doing some journaling this morning, and why I keep coming back to this idea of routine, why I keep coming back to how important it is, and why when we literally have all day long, we're not really going anywhere to do anything, why I'm getting up at 4:30 a.m. and how that makes me feel. And the first word that comes to my mind is calm. The routine that I implement every day makes me feel calm. And again, as the mom in my house, I really dictate how the rest of the family feels. And if I am feeling frenetic, if I am feeling crazy and frantic, if I am giving into the chaos, I think the rest of the family does too. I think we really set the tone for the house. And so the power of routine is it makes me feel calm. And if I'm feeling calm, I can transmit that to everybody else in my family. But if I am like crazy and frenetic, I think everyone else in the family does too. I set the tone for it. Moms set the tones for our households. So the power of routine, I just keep coming back to this word calm. I keep coming back to the idea of feeling productive. Again, we have all day long to do all kinds of whatever or nothing. And as human beings, we know the difference between feeling busy and productive. And we also know that we can get to the end of the day and have been busy and kind of feel mentally exhausted. And when we get to the end of the day and feel productive. And when we are productive, we are mentally inspired. We are mentally awake and excited. But when we're just busy doing busy stuff, I think we get to the end of the day, we're like, geez, that was a long day, but we can't really name what we got done. I think when we craft our days to be productive, it also comes back to that first feeling, that feeling of calm. It makes us feel calm and in control of the situation over which we have no control, but we do have control over our morning routines, our routines throughout the day, and establishing some really solid routines that help us feel productive, which when we get to the end of the day and we're looking at whatever day of quarantine, feeling productive is a good thing. We want that. It also makes us happier and more patient. Okay, I have grown children. Some of you might have littles if you're watching this with little children, and I've been there too. And here we are. And honestly, I know that, having littles or having elementary or, high school, those are different challenges, but having grown up children come back home is a different set of challenges too, because they're so used to being on their own and kind of coming and going and whatever. Now here we are. Here we all are in our house, not going anywhere. And there can be a tendency really easily to get cranky with each other, to get short-tempered with each other. Now, and that's not going to solve anything, right? That's not going to make this virus go away any faster. It's not going to help us navigate through it any faster, and we've got to live together. So why not tap into the power of routines to help us all just feel more patient and, again, come back to feeling more calm, come back to feeling more productive. And when we are calm and productive and patient, I think we're just happier humans. And when you're living in a small space and you're all trying to coexist and share space and juggle time slots for working out and all the things, and you just get along with each other for maybe an extended period of time in a small space, the more we can tap into those routines and the happier and more patient we are, the better the entire situation is. It just makes everything about this unique and probably won't ever happen to us again experience. It's going to make everything about it more positive, which that's what we want. Yeah. And again, moms, you're the North Star. So if you are happier and if we're patient, if we're happier, if we're calmer, if we're just more centered and grounded, the entire family will be as well. And I believe strongly that comes from our routines. I think it comes from the power of the morning routine, but just the routines throughout the day. So I want to share with you some of the routines that we have. We have a quick family meeting every evening to go over what's happening on everybody's schedules the next day. I do a ton of masterminds with my coaches. I try to do them in my office, but that also means if I'm doing them in my office, people probably need to be upstairs, or they need to be in the kitchen with headphones on because I'm talking to my coaches. So we can't be playing loud music or doing crazy stuff because I'm masterminding, I'm working my business, I'm building my business, I'm mentoring these incredible women on my team. And so my family needs to know that. Jessie and Josie both are doing online classes. And because Jessie's a musical theater major, those online classes might include singing and dancing. Okay, that's going to mean she needs time in the basement. She has meetings with her professors. She's got stuff she has to record. She's got voice lessons that she's still doing. That means she has time in her basement. We all need to know that so that then we can stay out of the basement. So she has that time. Josie's got classes, she's got her internship stuff, so she needs quiet time sometimes in her room where nobody is disturbing her. So I don't barge into my grown children's rooms anymore. I'm very cognizant of, let me knock. They could be working on something. They could be on a call. They could be working on a project. And so just having a quick little family meeting. And again, today, JB is home today. He wasn't yesterday. Now he's home today, so we've got a fourth person's schedule in the mix, and we've got to figure out, okay, when's he going to work out? When's he going to do? So it's just having a quick little family meeting at the end of the day to talk about the next day so that we know, okay, so my time slot for working out today is 9 a.m. And then the girls will go, and then JV will probably go after that. And then if I had masterminds, they need to know that. And if Jesse's got a voice lesson, we need to accommodate that. So having a quick family meeting at the end of the day day, helps us set up for success the next day. That's one of our routines. We sometimes co-work out if we want to work out at the same time. So sometimes, because we not only of course have Beachbody On Demand, this incredible tool, we also have a treadmill, we also have a bike, because as you know, I believe in options, all the options. That's what keeps us consistent. Consistency is what keeps us getting results. So we might even co-share space while we're working out, because maybe the girls are using Beachbody On Demand, maybe I'm walking on the treadmill, so my husband never goes down there to work out when we're working out. We don't need his manliness down there when we're working out, but the girls and I will work out together quite often. And then again, that just kind of frees it up for other people as well. So we check in with each other's schedules. We'll share space sometimes when we're working out. This is the most important one, I think, that I think is a tip that every mom can implement. I don't care how old your children are, but especially right now as we're sharing space. I get up super early. So you might know I get up at 4:30 a.m. right now. And I started getting up at 5 a.m. even, before the girls came home, because again, it comes back to that morning routine makes me feel calm and productive and centered and grounded no matter what's going on. Well, the beautiful part about that is I've built that foundation. So now when life is like crazy, I've got this foundation that I just tap right back into. So I get up super early because then I get my time, my quiet time, my necessary time for me, so that I can be calm and centered and grounded for my family. I can set the tone for my family. Because if I'm not doing that, if I'm not getting that time for me in, and I'm not getting my gratitude and goals in, and I don't have that morning routine that's really set and setting the tone for my day, then I get cranky. And then I start to take it out on my family. And guess what? It wasn't their responsibility for me to get up early, and it's not their fault that I'm cranky. I just didn't get up. But if I get up at 4:30 a.m., nobody else in the house is up at 4:30 a.m. I'm listening to personal development while I'm getting ready. I'm coming down. I'm taking care of the dogs. I'm making my Energize to do the thing. I'm doing my gratitude and goals. I'm doing my personal development. I'm having this time where no one else is up. Nobody needs you at 5:30 a.m. most of the time. And I mean outside your house. If you've got babies, they might need you at 5:30 a.m. But most of the time, nobody needs you at 5:30 a.m. And that's when you can get your time. So by the time people start getting up and coming down and, the house starts waking up, I've already had my time, and I'm not cranky or mad or impatient because I didn't get my stuff done. It's on me to get my stuff done. It's on me to figure out this routine, and it's not my family's fault if I didn't get it done. I got to get up earlier and get it done. So hence a 4:30 a.m. alarm creates that pocket of time in the morning where I get my stuff done that makes me feel, let's go right back to it, calm, productive, more patient, happier, and then I set the tone for my family. So when they come down, I'm like, hey, good morning, how are you? Because I've gotten my stuff done. So they're greeted with a mom who already feels more calm, more centered, more grounded, because I've gotten up early and tapped into those base camp habits that I know create a more productive day, but especially now, we need that. And then we also have a little family routine at night where we do cards and a movie at night. Last night was Frozen 2. Sometimes Dad gets to pick, and sometimes the girls pick. Dad hadn't seen Frozen 2, so last night was Frozen 2. They play cards every night. The Voris family are big card players, so that my husband's passed that on to my girls. So we just have a little bit of family time in the evening where we're watching movies and they're playing cards and we're just kind of hanging out and having a little bit of time together. And you know what? This unique situation will never happen again. And we were just talking last night. We're like, we got to FaceTime Jenna in so she can be in at our card game tomorrow night so that we're all sort of together. And this situation will never happen again. We will never get this time back again. So by implementing some of these routines, this anchor routine in the morning by getting up early, and this sort of anchor routine at night where we do cards and movie and then we go over everyone's schedules for the next day, is really helping us coexist in this space for for what could be a while with as grown-ups, which is a very different dynamic than coexisting in this space as little children or elementary children or even high school children. Coexisting as grown-ups in this space is a different energy, and being cognizant of that, being aware of that, and really using base camp habits to help us all be just happier and more patient. I do think, and I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure that I said it the way it was in my head, that predictability is soothing and it's calming. And I want you to really, really think about that. Think about how it feels when babies are on a schedule, when, there's a reason why when kids go to elementary school that their classes happen in a certain order. There's a reason why humans just function better on routine. There's a reason why kids have bedtime. Predictability feels very soothing and calming to us. So if we as the parents are instilling that predictability into our homes in a time when there's a lot of stuff that's not predictable, that helps everybody feel and function so much better. So the power of the routine, it's important all the time. The power of your base camp habits, important all the time. But now even more so, the power of routine, so crucial. So a couple questions for you. Here's what I keep coming back to. How can I help? How can I help you? How can I help you navigate this crazy situation with more calm and with more confidence? How can I help you with resources? What information can I share with you? What resources can I share with you? What can I do to help you? Because we all have, ways that we can help. And when we come together and share all those different ways, we're all going to coexist and navigate this entire journey so much better, so much more peacefully. So please, what can I do to help you? How can I help you? How can I serve you? What can I do to help you navigate this? Because, there are some pieces that I've sort of figured out in this journey of life, and I want to share them with you. I want to help you live your healthiest, best life, even now, actually, especially now. I want to help you live your healthiest, best life, especially now, especially when so much is crazy. Let's tap into our routines and tap into our base camp habits to help us navigate this situation. And please, please, please let me know what I can do to help you, to serve you, to provide you with information. Let me know so that I can do that. All right? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Stay plugged into your habits and your routines. Have a great day.